And we are live. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, and welcome back to the Banner Saga 2, now on part 3. It's been a ride and will continue to be so. If you were here last time, you'll have seen we got to Ormsdale and everything was terrible. We got to whatever the next place down the river was. I can't remember. Bolverk and the Ravens got sent off with orders from Juno to dump the big chest you can see in front of you there into the deepest river in the land. But still nothing on what the hell is in it. And meanwhile, the rest of us got to another town. Grundal? No, this is when the Ravens got to Bindal, which is where they were going. They met another Mender and another Valka, who has told them that the Valka they've been getting their orders from is dead. So, told you I didn't trust Juno's whole deal. And yes, meanwhile, the rest of them are heading down south through the swamp, where the weather was awful, and also there were a lot of traps, and I walked into every single goddamn one of them. So that's gone so well. Trigvi is dead, which is a shame, because he was great. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just keep it moving. Can't hold the caravan back for that long. And we did a lot of training exercises. Don't have any training exercises left. That's the wrong tent. Gave people a lot of levels. Do we have any lessons? No. So let's keep moving. We're most of the way out of the swamp now. See? Ah. The rain finally ceases, thank God. But the wind picks up, less good. You squint into the gusts and have a clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivor says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measure. Ah, but here's Grundal, where we're headed for at the minute. And we're practically there. I mean, what could befall us between now and then? Oh no. Thank you for your exquisite comic timing, game. The ground shakes again, enough to cause the Ox to strain at their leads in panic. Out here in the plains with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains, Harkon says in a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him. Ah, that's just the kind of person...
almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
Wouldn't that be nice? Let's go and remind them. In a field just outside Grundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. But you were myth-taken. Oh my god, Well, that was a fun stream. Bye, everyone. No. I don't believe it. Are those... Two horseborn hold simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. Me too. The two of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer. The male horseborn stomps a hoof repeatedly. The female, tail whipping, brandishes a javelin. And those of you who thought, as I did when I was playing the first game, that all the references to horseborn just meant like a horse-based civilization like Rohan or whatever. Nope, these are centaurs. Surprise. Damn, the caravan is scaring them. Everyone move back. Oh, it's going so well. Your sudden shout spooks the female horseborn. She throws a javelin which pins the ground near your feet. Several archers fire, but their shots are wide. Let's not start a war! Hold! No more arrows! The male says something in what sounds like a long stream of consonants. The female lowers her second javelin. We just want to help. The mare's tail swishes. You... help? His voice sounds strained, and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help. Oddleaf steps aside as you wave to Avind for help. The female looks agitated. She speaks in their strange way. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help Roech and others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn step aside, allowing Avind to approach the wounded fighters. With Avind and Juno tending to the wounded Roech and other horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They're called as outsiders, a woman said. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvesting festival, but the merchants don't seem to mind trading. The clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the horseborn, some in awe, others in disgust. They called us outsiders just because we are. Thank. There's your reaction picture. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Oh yeah, Ubin's still here. Completely forgot about him. He's disappeared for ages.
Skathax thanking you for helping his friend Roech. Deirdre is the other one, but she's not in a talking with violent humans mood.
You're welcome. I'd like you to meet Hakon. Skaha's tail swats his flanks, and he bows his head towards Hakon.
Val. Mans. Sim. Herd?
No, but we're no longer enemies.
Haven't seen horseborn in centuries. Last they knew, humans and Val were at each other's throats.
What brings you so far north? Skaha looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him the map, pointing to Dalalond and Grundar.
Food. Our planes break.
Hakon snorts.
Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses, Scrivener?
His ancestors did, yes. But blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years before they were alive, you may as well accuse these humans around us of starting the Great Wars.
I mean, that sounds like a thing Hakon would do. How do you know our language? Skaha just stares at you.
You talk like us. Where did you learn?
Heard little trade with mans in mud.
I think he means our bog friends, the cragsmen.
What happened to Roech?
Roech, brave fighter. Protect food. Hit many times.
Hit? Who was attacking? Skaha says many things in his other language, which is Gaelic, and I can't speak it. What would that be? Tricante? Wait, no, AQ would be Tricante? I mean, we're clearly mixing Irish and Scots Gaelic, so this is some kind of Proto-Gaelic anyway, because you've got the opposing accents. His eyes go wide, and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin.
I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend.
Was it the people here? Here in Grundar?
Skaha looks where Hakon is pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. The Val King eyes Skaha suspiciously. Does this mean all the horseborn have come north?
Many. Not all. Not all herds same. Herds fight herds. Many fights. Sounds like no one likes the horseborn. Not even themselves.
Wow, mildly racist. By which I mean really quite racist. Ubin gives Hakon a sideways look.
Others take food south to us herd.
His hooves scuff the ground during certain words.
Just those two. What about you and the couple? Skaha, Roer, Dedru, stay. This herd help. We help this herd.
Well, that might not be wise, but I'm not going to say it. Thank you. Skaha nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body.
Man, Val, Horseborn, same herd. Funny.
Upin chuckles and you smile while Harkon shakes his head and walks away. Well, screw you. So does this mean we got some Horseborn now? Yeah. We have Skaha, who is a rank 5 Horseborn. I think that's like Taylor. A duty-bound trader dedicated to his herd. Skaha is more trusting of strangers than the majority of his kind. While most humans think of Horseborn as a myth, Skaha has interacted with the cragsmen of the north. That says southern bogs, often enough to temper his fear. Look, I'm playing this off my stream preview. The font is often a little hard to read because it's smaller. Abilities: Trample. Horseborn charges forward and tramples an enemy, then attacks from behind. Takes strength damage during the charge, and then takes 1 strength per tile the Horseborn moved before the trample, and is left concussed for 20% off their next attack. Okay, so you want to get them just at the edge of range, trample through people, hit back. Okay. There's something I won't use effectively. Passive ability: Hit and Run. Horseborn takes a normal movement, then can attack or take another action, and then once the action's done, you can have another 3-space move. Okay, that's very interesting. Roer, also a Taylor. Fearless fighter, Roer almost never backs down from a confrontation. At 10 years of age, his pride, culture, and a short average lifespan drive him towards boldness. It's the only way he'll become the leader of his herd before he's too old. His mate, Dedru, unfailingly supports and encourages him. Same abilities? Oh no, Mule Kick. The Horseborn delivers a devastating kick with his powerful horse's legs, damaging the target's armor, sending him flying across the battlefield and leaving him stunned when he lands. Any other unit unfortunate enough to be in the path of a flying enemy suffers a violent hit as well. Okay, so we want to kick people into people. And also has Hit and Run. And Dedru, a rank 5 Horseborn cantref. Dedru is more cautious and ready to attack than most, usually concerned with betrayal from anyone but her mate Roer. Her family was ambushed and murdered by a previously friendly tribe, leaving her with lifelong mistrust. Can I just say I really love the design on the Horseborn in this. And ability: Poison Tipped. Uses a javelin tipped with a deadly poison to make sure her enemy doesn't forget her after the initial sting of her attack passes. The ill target can be moved through. Okay, that's interesting. Poisons like this are often used against high-strength enemies to wear them down over time, or a large unit that's blocking paths. Makes sense. Doses do not stack, but a second dose will refresh, like, re-up the same effect. Okay. Yeah, her patterning in particular is just beautiful. And Free Roam. She gets an extra 2 move instead of 1 for every willpower she spends on a move. Solid. Sven, is there any... No, that's the market. Yeah, nothing good I can afford. +5 break, -5 strength attack. That's something. Also, the rank 10 items. +3 to all talents. 1 willpower, 1 per turn, 1 armor per turn, 1 break. That's very nice. But hey, should I buy more supplies? I'll buy another few days. Where's the training tent? Is there any training I can do with these horseborn? No. Not yet, at least. Probably wants to, like, formally introduce them to me in the game first.
Now that booooooox had a chance to heal, 2 of the horseborn are heading south to deliver some supplies to their people.
What crazy ideas in your head, Scrivener?
With the world falling apart around us, there may not be another chance to trek down south.
Listen to yourself, the world is breaking.
I don't expect a human to understand, but Val as old as me has more important goals than just staying alive.
I mean, wasn't your whole thing in the first game how you want to be the oldest Val, so you really should be focused on that, but hey. Hey, thanks a lot. What about that competition you Val have for who lives the longest?
I've always understood the rules to mean you're actually doing something, not holding up somewhere safe. Besides, my guess is Snorri didn't make it out of Grofheim when the Sundra attacked. I might already be the winner.
Oh, I'll miss your story, Zubin.
With any luck, I'll have more of them when we meet again, little one.
You taking your hired muscle with you?
I'd feel better if Gunnulf stayed with all of you. That blade of his is sure to attract the wrong kind of attention, and also he won't stop hugging it.
Wrong attention might find you anyway. Then who will protect you?
I'm old, not an idiot. I've learned a few tricks to keep my head on my shoulders.
The younger Val shrugs and walks off to find food. There you go, hope you enjoyed your one line you get in this game, Gunnulf. Man doesn't get a lot of camera. Then be safe, Ubin, and join us again if you can. You know where we're going.
Don't worry about me, just make sure you're alive to see this thing through to Arborang. Farewell.
Scrivener says a few more goodbyes before departing with the horseborn. Well, he disappeared for most of the game, and now he's gone again. And off we go. Now heading west? I think? Yes, because the whole point was we had to get over the marsh to Grundar and then head west from there. Yes, heading to Lunda. Oh god, it's Ruger. The governor catches up to you and asks for a moment of your time. His bodyguard is behind him, silent.
It's not getting any easier, is it?
It probably won't get easier until we get to Arborang.
Quit fooling yourself, girl. Capital's gonna be a different battlefield, but a battlefield nonetheless.
Quit calling me girl.
Then quit talking like one. Prepare for hard fights, to be lied to. Prepare for the worst in others.
West where the danger is. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, west where we were headed all along. You look at Ruger's guard, doubt. Is he always this cheerful? The man says nothing, only occasionally blinking to break his stare.
Listen, I didn't come over to insult you.
Then why does it feel like that's exactly what you're doing? The governor's about to react, but calms himself.
Get us across this wasteland and try not picking up any more strays, will ya?
He sneers in the direction of the horseborn before leaving you. This guy sucks. Just sucks so much. Heading and appearing on the edge of the screen there, you've got the banks of the Onsa River, which we diverted from in the first place. A few of the weavers have been smiling more than usual lately, and now you know why. Aelio leads children out from behind a cart in new costumes. Some have horns on headbands, while one red-headed girl wears a green cloak like yours. A boy wearing a red cloak is carrying an axe. The entire caravan gathers around to watch the performance. The young actors stand behind a short wall and discuss an approaching dredge army. As a black cloth rolls across the ground in front of the actors, a young man in red armour stands up and shouts. Bellower. This is a reenactment of the Battle of Bursgard. This is probably going to give her a bunch of trauma, but also be good for general morale, so continue. A dark-haired girl holding a spear says, "Get no help from the governor, we're on our own." A few people in the crowd laugh while Ruga stares at the Skald. The young Rook, Colette and Val run towards the fierce Bellower, attacking and being repelled. Finally, the girl dressed as Juno hands Rook a silver arrow. Rook hugs Alette and shoots the arrow. Bellower roars. This will probably be good for you. Or really bad for you. Let's see. Bellower grabs Rook by the throat and growls. You sense heads in the crowd turning towards you when Aelio and a Weaver suddenly snap the caravan's banner in front of the scene like a curtain. As the banner lowers, the young version of you cradles the boy dressed as your father. The other actors stand in a semicircle around you and begin singing a familiar tune. The crowd joins in, and an impromptu line forms with everyone walking by to lay a hand on your shoulder. That's actually a really sweet scene. Morale improved. And got renown. Everyone can bond with us. Scouts report subtle movements around you. You're being followed. Studied, maybe, she says. Can't tell how many. It's like they disappear if you look directly at them. And it's like, one of these is going to turn out to be a terrible idea. There's no way of knowing in advance. Let's patrol. You decide to take the offensive and gather some fighters. As the caravan continues forward, your small group makes several laps, checking rock outcroppings and clumps of trees. While you find nothing, you cannot shake the feeling the scout's right. Well, that was ominous. Cool, who's gonna die in an hour's time because of that? Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. "That's the second fawn shoe this bloody beast has thrown in a day," the ox tender curses. It'll take some time to see to the ox, so you call for camp. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in drink, Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. So yes, this is the woman that we're reliably informed is dead. "I'm impressed so far, Alette. You managed to keep your composure through tough situations." "Thank you. Not to pain you with further comparison, but you remind me of your father at the Godstone of Stravs. Determined." "What actually happened there?" "Your father faced down his fears, walking through thousands of dredge to obtain the only weapon that could bring down Bellower." "It's incredible and frightening. I don't know if I could do something like that." The Valka gives you a maternal smile. "Neither did he." Juno patiently awaits your reply. I feel like that's been largely covered. That's a thing she needs to stop saying, so... "I don't understand how you got involved in all of this." "At times, I think this is all my fault. At others, I'm not sure I could have stopped it." She sees your wide-eyed expression and attempts to clarify. "How I became involved is confusing at best, but you and I share something in common. We're both learning what we have to do as we go. But only the future will tell if my role is villain or hero." Oh, we can say the other things as well. "Tell me his death meant something." "I can't do that. Rook's death was unfortunate, but his life was very important. The people he brought here from Saga, including you, and all the others along the way, are being forged into what the future will require. The previous era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Arborang may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist." "Because of the dredge?" "Partially, but mostly because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge." "You keep... Stop hitting the mouse wheel. You keep talking about darkness, but no one's ever seen it." "You've seen the signs of its coming. Dredge in numbers, the land breaking apart. It is a force unlike any other, I wish I could say more, but even the Mender Council is ignorant to this. Thank you. I should get back to helping the others. Before you go, there is one thing I must address with you. The serpent. The chasm at Ormsdale and the tremors in the ground concern me a great deal. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. But then she says this is the woman that we've seen, like, conjure a shield that the serpent couldn't get through. So, her words chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. We got some renown for watching a play. Anybody want to level? Levels? Anyone? Levels? Do we have any level 4s who need a level? Nobody's got it yet. Okay, 5s it is. We may as well start with a lad. Ooh, she can have a second ability, of course. Overwatch. Let knocks an arrow and waits. Any enemy who moves within her bow's range will be struck by her deadly missiles. Sacrifices her immediate attack for the chance to set up attacks against multiple foes. Every enemy who comes into range will be hit. That's pretty nice. Could start giving her talents, or I could just buff her willpower, to be honest. Now that she's rank 6, we have a few rank 6 items. +2 to all talents, neat. Or knock back on strength more than 3, 2 will per kill, 1 strength. Now let's go with all talents. And this is 2 will, 2 strength, and it's level 5. Who wants that? Tell you what, Deirdre, welcome to the party. Do you want to train me on using the horseborn now? No. Well, let's keep moving then. It's those cragsmen! A scout cries out. That's who's tracking us! The woman is limping, a rough-hewn arrow jutting from her leg. Horns blow from the front and back of the caravan. 2 attacks at once. Hakon's Shieldmaster Margaret overhears this and says, how did he sound?
Wolves of the north hunt like this. You just pull in and protect all sides until they make a mistake. Then you make it costly for them.
He shrugs.
You move a bit slower, though.
Oh, if you do this, you move a bit slower. I see where that was going. Let's take the man's advice.
It's a game of patience now, the Val says. If they stick with us, they'll expose themselves and we'll hit them hard.
Fine, we've got plenty of supplies. We can afford to travel a little slower. Look, here's Lundar. Crossing the river appears to have been easy. You notice the archer, Need, because she's standing perfectly still, looking out into the distance. Let me guess, you see more grass? When she turns to you, she's not smiling. Dredge, she says quietly. How's that possible, you ask, knowing better than to doubt her sight. I thought we lost them at the chasm. You can make out a dust cloud on the horizon, which means they can make out the one produced by the caravan. And it's heading the same direction as you, toward Lundar. Valka walks to your side and says, I was afraid of this, the cracks in the ground along the Eastway Road.
It's like that damn crevice and Sigarholm all over,
Hakon says.
The dredge were just pouring out of it.
Does that mean they could? Juna finishes your question. Appear almost anywhere? Yes, but let's not panic the caravan, just keep moving. Great. Good things to know, I guess. Not worrying at all.
Lundar, the Archer's Haven, home to the finest Fletchers in the world, though it appears beset with war.
I just love that accent saying archers. Horseborn, why are they attacking? Got some sick beats up here in Lundar. Looks like Dredger hitting the town too.
Sounds sweat, this is bad,
Hakon says.
Lundar's fighting on two fronts and barely holding it together.
Hakon's been warring long before you were ever born. His worried look is unsettling.
I always heard the Horseborn had trouble with walls since they usually fight in open fields,
He says.
Ubin's the only one old enough to actually know, but it doesn't really matter because those walls would barely slow the dredge.
And if those dredge flatten this town, we're defenseless out in these plains, Iva says. But what are the Horseborn after? All eyes turn to Roach, Deirdre and Skaha. The three Horseborn in your caravan are pointing and talking excitedly in their own language. Deirdre nods towards Roach, tossing her head and baring her teeth. You're surprised by the look of savage fury on their faces as the couple takes off without warning, charging the attacking Horseborn. While Skaha remains behind, he clearly wants to join them, but he awaits your decision. They could die on their own, Oddleaf shouts, not hesitating to follow Roach and Deirdre. Iva sighs. She's lost her mind over these new members of the clan. Might lose her life for it too. He looks at you. We could fight Dredge or Horseborn, or split up and fight both if you're feeling suicidal.
If we're splitting up, my Vala hid in the dredge,
Hakon says.
We're good at that. Ingvar can do what he wants. He always has.
Skaha, why did they take off like that? Skaha bites his lips and flips his mane left and right. Return. Fight. He's either nervous and hiding something or cannot find the right words. Hakon spits.
We don't have time to figure out his stomps and tail whipping.
I think we should do both. We're kind of lost ours. We'll split up and meet back in town. The governor steps to your side.
Alette, splitting your forces at a time like this is, well, it's a childish mistake.
Good. I've made my decision. The Varl follow Hakon through a breach in the town's walls, while the rest of your fighters and clansmen follow you into the fields. Many people will die unless you win. Oddleaf is hemmed in near two Horseborn you assume are Roach and Deirdre, but the kicked-up dust cloud blurs your sight. You can drive a wedge straight for her, Iva says. These Horseborn are fast. If they flank us, we'll take heavy losses. Okay, we've deployed bad tactics already, now let's deploy good tactics. Shield wall, advance slowly and keep them from flanking us.
Exactly how I would do it, Ruger says. No sense in risking everyone for a few who were foolish enough to blindly enter this fight.
Let's go. Your army advances against the unknown tactics of the enemy Horseborn. Ruger, your approval fills me with shame. Okay, so... should we take Skaha? Let's take people who need to level as well. Put Alette last now that she has Overwatch. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. She can go there. Let's go! Honestly, probably should have just not moved and let them come to me. But hey. Let's actually look at what they've got. So that's... They're both a Taylor. That's a cantref. Taylor. 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 They've only got one ranged unit. Okay, good to know. Let's just fall up over here. Is it worth using a willpower to go into Overwatch? Sure, why not? Oh yeah, the close combat fighters can almost certainly all do the charge and trample, so that's not great, but you know. Bird of Prey. Oh, Bird of Prey can reach them! Nice job, Nate! You've got good eyes, but we knew this. It's only 1 strength damage, but hey, that's better than no strength damage. Can't reach anyone with slag, can't reach anyone with arrows, so let's just stop. So wait, is Haven poisoned now? No, he's pinned, okay. Okay, trample this one. Very nice. And then withdraw a bit. None of them are helpfully lined up for an arc lightning, which is a shame, but wood can still hit one of them. And that's still 4 strength damage. I'm doing the thing again where I don't just leave them mostly dead. I should really stop it. Okay, that could be a lot worse. Okay, I could take the shot there, or I could overwatch again and hopefully get shots on all of them. So let's do that. See? Actually, can I hit this one with a regular shot? No. Start laying some traps. Yeah, see, Overwatch was the correct idea. Thank you for positioning yourself just right for a good trampling. Because the first hit only does basic strength damage, but then the other one is dependent on distance, and they were at the perfect distance for that. I like you doing great, honey. You're doing amazing, sweetie, as the meme. I know, I say things. Okay, Avon's down. Thanks for just running into the fire, saves me a lot of work. Needs less armor. 7 damage. Oh, that was Alette! Oh, you absolutely rule, Alette. Yes, because puncture triggers, of course. You know what? Just stay in Overwatch. This is working. Alette mains Bastion confirmed. Did somebody say more slag? Because that's what you're getting. Thanks for standing together, idiots. Oh wait, Avon isn't down. I thought Avon was down. Avon appears to be up. Okay, thanks for running into that arrow. Stand there and trampule. You need more willpower to trample that far. Okay, well, now you can. And that gets him close enough to Aelio that he can tell a story and give everyone willpower. And more are coming! Keep them away from the town! Oh great. What, have I taken too long to kill these ones? Because screw that if so. Sorry in advance, Aelio. Oh, that will kill him, though. I mean, not if I only do it for one. If we defeat enough, the rest will retreat. She made up. Bye, Aelio. Stand even closer in Overwatch. Have less armor. Now Avon's down. They've made the mistake of standing too close together. It's lag time. Because that breaks armor as well. Thank you. Stand there and then have a bunch of willpower and trample. Thanks for running through the fire. Seriously, Overwatch is really good. The ability, I have no strong feelings about the game. That's less good. Oh, wait, okay, the numbers didn't say what I thought they said. We're all good. Ah, can't quite reach. Thanks a lot. Yes, please, stay on Overwatch. It's very nice how they keep running into our fires. This is going to be close. Honestly, it might be best if you just start actually attacking rather than overwatching. Because now that there are fewer people, it doesn't last so long anyway. Even fewer people now. Oh no. Really like if I had any willpower to get this to 6 instead of 5, but you know. It's fine. You know my views on having them mostly dead. Either way, this is going to be close. This should be the last of them. Let's finish this. What, there's more? Please don't... Oh my god, no. Oh, we're gonna lose. Oh, arse. Well, Need finally earned that level. Hit Need so hard she fell out of the world. Game, are you okay? What, are we reaching sprite limits? Are we seriously getting sprite stuttering like this is on the spectrum? There's only one of us left, and Alette has just disappeared entirely. Oh my god, if Oddleaf dies here, no. Hooves kick and stomp you on the ground. Horseborn victory chants are the last sounds you hear. Lunda, your caravan, the world, all casualties of this failure. Oh what, so if you fail that you just lose? Game, can I get off the death screen? Hello? Yeah. Lunda, your caravan, the world, this video game, all casualties of this failure. I am encountering some very interesting tech problems with this game. I guess hit load? Lunda City under siege. Okay, coming into Lunda. Do the thing, do the thing. We're gonna still do the same thing. Okay, we're back. Right. Now, instead of looking at if people can level, let's just actually take the best people. Right. Oh, she's got that thing for +2 for all talents. I think you actually have to have a point in talents before it will actually do that. Boo. Let's go. So let's take Iva this time. Let's not take Ursa. She wasn't doing great. Let's take Eric. Let's try this loadout. Actually, you know what? Stay where you are. Given that our tactics going into this were advanced slowly, let's actually do that in game, shall we? Even if you go there, can you reach them with an arc light? No, arse. Okay, you go in there. Don't overwatch yet, but you can start by breaking their armor. Yeah, even with Overwatch, I should probably put a let near the end of the queue just so other people can break armor. Eric, if you want to give a let some willpower back. Not ideal. Oh, and now I've put people in front of Iva because I'm an idiot. One day I'll remember how to play this game and then they'll be sorry. I mean, I could battering ram Eric out of the way. It'd only break one armor. No, he's got a turn before Ivar anyway, so sure. If he'd started further away, that would have done more damage. Come on. Learn how to horse. Okay. Impale. You like running around? Well, have fun running around and killing yourself. Stop doing that. A let is key to my whole plan. Arc light. Sap some of their strength. No Overwatch for me. Well, the hell you say? Just to prove a point, I'm going into Overwatch. Eric, get out of the way and go and take out some armor. Because you can do that really remarkably effectively. Oh, you want to come and mess with Ivor, do you? Mess with the Val, you get the horns, etc. Or just an axe. Thanks for doing so much running. Extremely helpful to me. Stop hurting Galette! She is, and I cannot stress this enough, baby. Anyway, you, take some lightning. I have so much lightning, hold something for me. Actually, no. I don't want you to use all the willpower on his attacks so he can use it to rally people, which he really should be doing instead of attacking. God, I hate you. And he needs on 1 strength, so she won't be doing any particularly clutch archery. Is it me, or is this going significantly worse? I mean, that one just... I don't know. I think led to death. Just want to leave it on mostly dead. Oh, I am entirely ready to run this again, don't worry. Here come more. Alette isn't shouting about them because she is not conscious. Oh, I thought that one was actually on the battlefield. God damn it. Okay, well, is there somebody around who could do with a mend? There you go. Enjoy some armor. My prince. What he should do now is rally, because people will need willpower. Avon, you will need willpower in particular. Hit this centaur with an axe. And it's down. You could do with a nice impaling. And I can't kill you with an arc light, but I can get you to 1 strength, which is fine. And, oh, yeah, I forgot that they'd just kill themselves. Have a bunch of willpower and get ready to give it to somebody else, namely the prince. more of them. Okay, my archers might be down, but that's only 2 people. This is all entirely doable. So you just nuke their armor. Wait, this was the 3rd round of them coming in, wasn't it? So this should be all of them. Death. Death. Lose all your armor. No, you lose all your armor, not me. Ludin is out of willpower, so we'll just have to kind of wander his way over there. You want to mend Ivor immediately, because he really needs it. Shouldn't have gone for this one. Dang it. Oh, well, dead anyway. Oh, there's more of them. I thought we were done. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I thought we were done. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Hit it with a stick. You take positions over there and give Avon all your willpower. Although Avon's about to die, so that was in retrospect probably a stupid idea. That base 6 break is absolutely monstrous. Come on, come on. Stop that. Tell you, I'm not loving this whole people being on 1 strength lark. Be dead. there. Arc lightning this one. Do love doing direct strength damage. We should rally Ludin. Ivor's down, okay. Who's strongest? Who dies first? You. Jesus Christ, I think I might actually make this. We seem to be sprite stuttering again, which isn't ideal. That seems like a thing that the game should, like, not do. You, dead. And we're into pillage, but, like, in the good way this time. I don't know how much damage they're doing because the sprite with the damage value on it is disappearing. Okay, we still lost a load of people. But, yes! Ludin coming out absolutely clutch there. What? What the hell is right? That... We did not remotely deserve to win that, but we did, because we rule. Now do it again with the Val. Yes, but don't spoil this moment for me. Just as quickly as they tried to flank you, the remaining horsemen scatter. You search the field and find Roek and Deirdre wounded, but protecting a slightly limping Oddleaf with their bodies. You smile and help her up. See, if we hadn't done that, Oddleaf could have died. And then where would we be? I don't see any clouds of smoke, Aelio says. Perhaps the Varl are still the dread killers of lore. Everyone makes their way into Lundar, where you are greeted by Harkon.
We stopped a lot of them, but plenty made it through.
Oh, okay, well, did it without me, I guess. You look at all the destruction around you, the loss of life, and try to find some meaning to it. Even before your breathing slows, an older townsman runs up shouting, "Those dark spawns of the depths are destroying everything!" The dredge, you ask. Yes, the man shouts. They're everywhere. They're hitting the homes, the market, even the rich folk hiding out in the Great Hall. He spits at the last mention.
After that last fight, we should stay together,
Mox says.
We'll only be able to save one of those places. That's better than nothing.
You understand his caution and realise you can't be everywhere at once. But you might be able to save two places with two separate groups. Before you respond, the old townsman says, "The houses are full of families, and all our supplies are near the market. But I beg you to save the families. They're the heart of Lundar." I don't think we can afford to split up. Hate to say it, but this time I might actually cede to prudence. So, Ivor says, just like a day, is it merchants, townsfolk, or those up in the Great Hall? I mean, we've got to save the people. Let's save the families in the houses. I don't think we could have handled splitting up. Okay, take out the injured. Oh, we have a bunch of renown. We could level people. Need still hasn't earned that level. Boo. Ursa. Any other 4s that need a level? No. 5s. Avent? Oh no, I can't afford a 5. Oh well. Okay, who do we want in this group? Let's take Gunnulf. And Hakon, actually. Stick them both up front. Eric and Luden can stay in because they were absolutely killing it, and put Ursa on support. Ursa. That opening vowel is a weird one. Also, we should really take that item off Alette, because +2 to all talents isn't going to do anything until she actually has points and talents, so enjoy this instead. Right. Time to go again! Hakon. Okay, you can just immediately hit this Scourge for 11, which will solve a lot of problems. Okay, now we kill it before it finishes summoning.
We fight to protect the people of Lunda.
Yeah, we do. You get in there, and... Tempest. To hit 3 is 2 willpower. Oh yeah, I forgot he has a knockback item on as well. That looked awesome.
Don't waste Hakon's efforts and drive the remaining dredge back.
I can never remember Gunnulf's voice because he has so few lines. There you go, summoning defeated. Now we should probably try and deal with this Stone Guard, and it's 19 armor. I forget that Gunnulf's armor is absolutely nothing. Are there any lined up for an arc light? No! Ooh! So instead, you should just mend Gunnulf. You're a mender, so mend. It's how the system works. I love how when you send the stretch and hydrate alerts, like, my activity log has timestamps on it, but it just reads as stretch this minute. Right this minute, damn it. What's the range on your slag? Solid. That takes 5 armor and 2 strength off it. That's very much better than nothing. Mostly dead. Timestamps give everything a Dom vibe. You're not wrong. Impale the Slinger, because that always works well, because they run around too much. Eric doesn't urgently need to send anybody willpower, so he'll just keep doing a fight. Oh, hello, those 3 are all nicely lined up. Yeah. And then you can slag there. And there. And that'll make the slinger move again and lose more blood. Did Dredge have blood? We just don't know. This slinger can just be immediately dead because it's annoying. Stone Guard, dead. Other one, dead, because I forgot Gunolf has splash damage. This idiot. We lose a bunch of armor. Damn it, we probably could have afforded to split up if we were going to kill them this badly. And dead. And hey, we got 10 renown. What you did here? The old man says, but his voice cracks. He barely composes himself before saying, "You saved them! The families of Lundar are alive because of you!" The old man's smile fades. "Our fighters are dead and most of the grain stores are gone. Never thought I'd say this, but near 200 of us would gladly follow you wherever you're going." Like, you can't say we can't afford that many. A, their homes are destroyed, and B, we can train some of them as fighters, it's fine. "You're welcome to join us, but it's not an easy trek." "We're used to hardships, have no doubt," the man says, "and here to show my thanks." Whoa! Tons of stuff. Roech, Deirdre, and Skaha suddenly catch the man's attention and he sneers. "Do these three belong to you? I reckon the people around here would pay good coin to see them gutted." Racist. Oddleaf looks flushed. "Belong to... No, and no one is gutting anyone. They just helped save your town." "Well, my dog bit one of the attackers too, but I don't let it in my shop. Keep those pets on short leashes." It's all you can do to keep Oddleaf from arguing with the man. She storms off, muttering things best not repeated. Angry horse girl Oddleaf is best. Ivor and Harkon find you. Both look as tired as you feel. "Not sure how so many of us made it through that. That's because I'm an absolute boss." "I never expected to see Horseborn in my life, let alone fight them. And the Dredge seemed desperate." "Fighting like us, you mean? Like they've got nothing left to lose?"
"I wasn't worried. With the great Ingvar on our side, how could we fail?"
Ivor looks at you and grumbles. "That name was a lifetime ago for Ivor. Let it go."
"A human lifetime or two. Don't forget how long we Val live."
Longer than we know what to do with in most cases. You look at Ivor, wondering what's going on in his head.
"Damn, Ingvar. If you're always like this, I'm glad you left the Val towns when you did. As for me, I believe it's time for a drink and a rest."
Juno walks up to your group unexpectedly. "I agree. Unfortunately, all this fighting took a serious toll on the caravan. Lundar, or what's left of it, is defensible and will allow everyone some greatly needed rest. Won't argue with the Valkyr on that front."
"And I'm in no hurry to enter the old wood. I've heard strange things about that place."
"I'm sure we'll be fine." You watch the Valkyr as everyone moves on. She looks less confident than you've ever seen her before. Chapter 11. Where a foe may lurk. And are we back with the Ravens? We're back with the Ravens. Time to do all our singing as we enter battle. And remember that we are pirates. Arr. Yeah, that's it.
Straight to the far depths with this unending snowstorm.
Wait, did you hear that? Probably that paunch of yours rumbling again.
Ambush!
Okay, just straight into it. Who even is that? Oh, that's Ollie. Of course. Oh, and now we have these things. Skulkers. Move through allies and be invisible. Great, that's fun. Okay, so let's just aliven to you immediately. Like that. Invisible is just how the game covers up the sprite flickering, yeah. And then if you finish that one off with an Axe Storm, which would just immediately miss. God, Ollie, what do we pay you for? Who am I kidding? It's probably just all the drink. What's Spar's deal anyway? Oh yeah, you can lock people down with insults. And oh yeah, if he's standing near to people who die, everybody gets willpower. Tempest time. Send these, your helpless Tempest tossed dredge, away because they can just do one. The Emma is actually short for Emma Lazarus, it's true. Oh no, it's invisible. Dead. Oh great, more dredge. If you Axe Storm this one, will you actually hit it, please? Ugh. They have a lot of movement. And it goes invisible again. Or as well. That one's dead. Volverk, get in there. Oh, there's an invisible thing there. Can I attack it? No? What does Bear Rage do again? Counters attacks, lowers armor and causes fear in adjacent enemies. Yes, you should do that. Oh, did that just de-stealth that one? Nice, 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 nice. Good dodge. Everything's coming up. Ravens. Kill the slinger because they're annoying. Oh, and get the achievement for killing enough people with a spard. See Bjorn, go and Tempest Toss these two. Skulker does some skulking. Hits Bolverk. Instant death. Earn a level. Oh, can't use it because he's blinded by the slinger. God damn. Ollie's down, which is not ideal, but then he is instantly avenged. Spar gives everyone willpower. That's nice. And then Bolverk does a murder. Bolverk gets a promotion, Ollie gets an injury. I know which one of these prizes I would rather win. You grab a raven running by you.
I want every one of our fighters ready to move. Now! Set a post inside these gates for them to wait for me.
Fighter nods and takes off to find everyone.
Where's the Fawn Valka?
Maybe up on the wall? The Fawn Valka is here. Zephyr, that was her name. Before we set up, I was running through all the characters so I could do voice prints, and then I couldn't remember her name for the life of me. Zephyr. Valka Zephyr? I've never heard you speak like that. The silent appearance of the two Mendas surprises you. You were outside the walls. What did you see?
Dredge scouts. I wager my axes there's an army of them coming this way.
The young Menda's eyes go wide as he stares at Claw and Fang. And if that's true, they'll level this place. The storm must have hidden their approach. Or kept them at bay. But why are they here? Why now? In the film of this, she will be played by Helen Mirren, and you can't convince me otherwise.
I don't care. We're heading for the mountains.
But the Ravens could take on all these dredge, especially with the Valka's help. Like that time in River Rake, when you helped Valka Fiorin.
I've forgotten about that.
Nichols' eyes light up. It was you, Fiorin, and a handful of ravens tracking down the bandit who called himself the Draugr of Danger. The river... A war horn blares across the town. The army of dredge you suspected is real. Nichols is adorable. Nichols, find Gudmund. Have his guards try to calm the people, but bring him to meet us at the barn with the cart. The young Mender follows orders without question. Not a bad quality.
The cart's not your business.
I disagree. A dead Valka gives you a cart to hide in the deepest recess of a river, and suddenly an army of dredge appears. If you haven't already tried, I doubt you'd be able to open the cart. If it's woven shut, as I suspect, I'm the only one here who can open it. We told you, Juno's not dead. We were just traveling with her. Let me tell you something that compromises my position as Valka. The Juno who I knew, the entire council knew, was put to death by us, the council. You killed one of your own? It's a very rare sentence, reserved only for the worst offences. Altering people's minds, their thoughts, is one such offence. Volker gets quiet and looks at you.
She tried something on me. It didn't really work.
Because it wasn't Juno. Couldn't be. Could it? Whoever it was got mercenaries to bring that cart here for free. Subtle. Regardless, Juno was put to death and Eyvind was imprisoned. In his grief, he escaped and stole away with Juno's body, but for what purpose is anyone's guess. Eyvind, did you break everything? I think Eyvind might have broken everything. So no, you will not be paid by the council for a job issued by a Valka whose life we ended. Your irritation is rising when another war horn sounds. 2 horns means a large force approaches. Collect what you need and hurry to the barn. It's time we discover why you're really here. Yes, yes it is. The last dredge falls and you pause. Oh well, that was quickly. That went easy. Taking in heavy breaths. The snow is finally abating. The storm is moving south.
Let's get inside the gates,
You say. I feel like that may possibly have been meant to trigger at a different time. We can't see our heroes, but we could go to the market. Anything good at the market? We have many monies. Should I? For one, it seems pointless. Two strength resist. But -1 movement. I can afford that too. Let's just get some good items. And go to the barn. The smell of hay and yox dung is heavy as you enter the stout wooden barn. Zephyr and Nichols are talking in hushed tones to the guard captain, Gudmund, who glances at the large cart nervously. Everyone knows why we are here, she says. I do not believe in coincidences, but I cannot begin to imagine what would draw an army of dredge to Bindal, besides the contents of this cart. She moves her spear in intricate motions, occasionally shaking her head and starting over. Finally, she looks at you to open it. In a cinematic moments. Yeah, that looks like something that would attract an army of dredge. So, we've been carrying a not actually dead but thinks he's dead Sundra this whole way. That seems like an excellent plan. And it seems like an excellent dramatic point for us to take a break. So, while we all mull over the ramifications of our Sundra in a box, I'm going to go and get some more water and stretch my legs and all of those good self-care things. And also run some ads because, you know, those bad capitalism things. And yes, we can... I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes if you could let the ads run. And also, you know, do some of those self-care things for yourself. Drink something, eat something, stretch your legs. Take your meds if you hadn't. Find out if you've got any ancient evil in a box in your house. If you do, maybe get rid of it. Hire some people to drop it in a river. That I hear that goes well. But yes, I'm going to go and do those things, and like I say, 5 or 10 minutes. See you then, and we will see what the hell we do with this. Okay, see you in a few. And we're back. So, we put the immortal god warrior dredge in a box, and then kept it with us. That was a good idea, right? On the orders of a possibly dead woman. The sight of the Sundra Bellower's body in the cart silences everyone but you. You howl as the memory of a dream tears through your mind and drops you to a knee. A strange tower of white stone. Lightning, fear, confusion, distrust. There is a wrongness about it all. Bolverk, hey! Volker's voice draws you from the dream and she's shaking you by the straps of your cloak. Everyone's watching. Another dream? She asks. Your eyes finally focus on hers.
A white stone tower. Lightning.
What are you talking about? Zephyr asks, pulling away from the cart. Her tone is full of concern.
I saw a tower. Lightning. I don't know what I saw.
The Valka pauses briefly, before shrugging. This is unexpected, Zephyr says. The Valka looks unaccustomed to surprises. Gudmund, continue your task. Nichols, take some fighters and open the mine. Keep that path clear at all costs. As both men begin to leave, she points at the cart and shouts, Not a word of this! They nod on their way out. She turns to you and Falca. Oh. My throat suddenly has opinions. This cart, I'm not sure why they're attacking, but if the dredge recapture Bellower...
He's dead. Who cares if they take him?
He cannot die. His immortality is more than rumor. Dredge lives have no natural end, but they can be killed, all except the immortal sons of Bellower. They live forever. Zeph nods, but looks lost in thought.
How do you know all of this?
Zeph sighs. Val can know many things about all life in the world. I cannot go into further detail right now, so just don't worry about it.
Further detail? That was no detail at all.
Man's not wrong. There is an army of dredge coming for this cart. I will tell you more when it is safe. Storm to the south and dredge army to the north leaves us with one way out. The mines. Wait, our way out is to sit in a hole in the ground. The Valka have pathways there that will grant us escape, but with all of these people, it will be difficult. Let's just hope, because saying why should I trust anything you have to say, she would just be like, well, do or don't, your choice, but, you know.
I'll put the ravens to work. What did you have in mind?
Both Zephyr and Falca look surprised by your response. The Valka recovers quickly. It will only take the dredge a couple of hours to fully prepare their assault. We need to move food and people to the mine. Help load carts near the gates or warn the families in the houses of our immediate departure. Without waiting for a response, Zephyr hurries away. I've never known you to offer to help like that. I thought we would search the Great Hall for whatever we could find, but you might be too honest for that now. You give her a look that requests silence. So we've now got the Great Hall, we've got the gate, we've got the houses. So Zephyr said, warn the people in the houses. Falca wants to rob the Great Hall. Let's not just leave. So houses. Roughly half the ravens are around to help you wind through the paths between the old leaning houses.
To the mines!
You shout, banging on doors. Families stumble out of their homes, asking no questions of you, and head to the mines. After a few paths are cleared, Oli whistles to get your attention. Unique house over here, he says, grinning. Might be worth checking out.
See anything through the windows?
Looks empty except for a woman who likes her drink as much as me, he says. She's passed out. Recognizing an excuse to enter and look around, you say,
It's our job to save her.
Ollie laughs and agrees. Oh look, probable cause.
Odd for a house,
you say, not noticing the size. You bang on the ornate door as a precaution. Nothing. Entering, you find scattered toys and hand-carved runes on wooden blocks. Slumped in a chair and snoring is a middle-aged woman. Doubt she'll mind, says Ollie, walking over and prying a wineskin from her hands. Is this an orphanage or something? Papa? Ollie draws an axe as a small girl peeks around a wall. She's wiping her eyes.
What is this?
You ask. Ollie tucks away his weapon and looks around the wall. It's like a barn for children, he says. They're all back there sleeping. They'd have missed the mines without us. There you go. See, you try to do bad things, you try to do good things and it all goes horribly wrong. You try to do some casual looting and you save a bunch of children. The chaos at the mine. And we're back. And the game has decided to capture. Excellent. Yeah, cool. Apparently it didn't care for us saving children, so just dump my computer in a river again. I swear, we here at the House of Hubris are desperately trying to fix the ongoing tech problems. But there are so many gremlins. So many. Let's get back into it and see when it's saved, shall we? Okay, when we're going to the houses. Houses, anything through the windows, drunk woman, steal the wine, barn for children. There we go. Chaos at the mine entrance halts at your arrival. Bolvek blood axe with a drunk woman over one shoulder and a dozen children in tow. Valkazef laughs. And they say the gods are dead. The villagers laugh while frantic mothers scoop up their children. See, we're trying to reform. Celebrations end when a loud slam on the gates announces the arrival of the dredge. Everyone into the mine now! Shouts Zeph. Oh, we actually get to see the thing. So many clansmen. The mine shaft is cramped, and more than once your broken horns knock against the rough ceiling or a timber. You follow Valka Zeph at the head of the caravan. She's lighting one of many bracketed torches along the way when shouts from the mouth of the mine reach you. Dredge! The gates in the town did nothing to halt their advance. Gudmund and his men will slow them, Zeph says, but it may not be enough. They have orders to collapse the opening if they're overwhelmed. Will you keep them from being overwhelmed? Yeah, I think we really should.
Ravens! Back to the top!
Heading up the mine shaft is like swimming against a current. Frightened villagers push forward and you barely have room to get past the oxen cart. Gudmund, in his grim manner, looks pleased to see you. No real plan, he says. Just kill as many as you can. The ravens around you smile at his words and begin to chant. Now we have Gudmund. He's level 4. He's a raid master, captain of Bindau's guard. Gudmund not only lives by the local laws, he lives to enforce them. His past consists of costly decisions in the name of what is right. And they all end very badly, because that's what my costly decisions in the name of what is right seem to do in this game. And he's got Stonewall Shield Wall, so he's ale, and we have to have him, yes. But we also have access to Zephyr. As Valka, Zephyr is a member of the highest order of the spell-weaving menders and sworn to uphold the secrets of their sect. However, she is willing to reveal much of what she knows in order to save the lives of those in her custody. And she knows Runic Gale creates a magically infused zone within which concentrated areas of power form. Anyone who steps through one of these concentrations receives a burst of power for one turn. Possible buffs include willpower, strength damage, armor, or break damage. That's neat. And we have Nicholas. Energetic and dedicated, Nicholas is a naturally gifted mender willing to help any way he can. Under the tutelage of Valkazef, Nicholas is learning more about the world on their travels than he ever did in the Tower of Manahard. And he's just got mend, he can't lightning. Only Avind can lightning. I've got 10 renown, and the only people I could level would be like minimum rank 6, so can't afford that. Also, we have new things. We still have this pipe plant that Bolvek's carrying, which isn't great because he doesn't rest. Instead, would he like the ear of Atrebiasi? I think he would. Falco can have a pipe plant. Who wants Dangler's Eye? Reduces movement, but plus armor and strength resist. Bessie, go for it. Okay, something seems to be going screw with the item assignments. Okay, so who do we want? Let's take Back. He's pretty good. Let's take Zeph, because that sounds like fun. And Falca and Betsy, maybe? Why didn't he go? Oh, I just gave him Dangle's Eye. Yeah, let's take that for a spin. Volvoc up first, then Volker, then Bercy, then Zeph, then back, then Goodman. Let's go. What are you? You're new. What is that gloomy thing standing watch over those stone slingers? Yes, we've got 2 stone slingers, which, no thank you. And a Gloom Warden. Splinters armor if it takes more than 3 armor damage. When a stone slinger is hit, all Gloom Wardens focus on it for a round. Okay. Shudder covers all dredge on the battlefield with volatile spikes that shatter on impact. Great. I feel like I don't have enough ranged support to handle that. Great. Oh, well, let's go, I guess. Volvoc, tear it up. Wow. You're strong. Can we make you less strong, please? That Stone Singer's gonna do something. Whatever it is, I won't like it. So is that one. Dislike. Zephyr, if you hang back and do your Runic Gale. Oh, and you can see what the runes will do before you go through them. That's neat. Actually, if you pig stick it. Okay, successful crit. Took him down to 1 strength, which is really the ideal. Actually, we should probably just actually make them die, because the Gloom Warden and the Stone Singers can buff everyone, which will be inconvenient. I've surrounded Volvoc with people so he can't move. That wasn't smart of me. Wow, that thing hits hard. Now let's make it hit less hard. Wait, what was that? Rupture, wounded allies explode. Okay, great. I forgot they had that ability. He dead. And that interrupted the Stone Singer as well, so that's excellent. Zeph Command as well, yeah. Not sure anyone especially needs it, because, like, Volvoc's down and everybody else is fine. So let's start focusing on these Stone Singers. Wow, your combat stats are garbage. Get pig stuck. Okay, back is now diseased. Don't love that. You're doing something, whatever it is. Bercy, stop them doing it. Now, what does her shield smash do again? Break. Oh, it's just splash break damage. It's not actually that. Excellent. Oh, that hitting them doesn't interrupt them. Well, that's something I wish I'd known. I don't know what that did. You'd be dead. Back earns a level. They start cross-casting Umbridge on each other, and I very much don't love that. Although it seems to me you could make better use of your time, given that I can just kill you with the spear. Will you stop doing that? Look, here's my masterclass in how to stop. Congratulations, you pass. Oh god, there's more. Oh yeah, they did say, see how many you can kill. Oh no. Okay, that's... We're not gonna have to fight more. Goodman gets a level, or I don't know if we'll see him again. Back gets a level. Volverk gets a injury. Only 9 renown? It felt like that'd be more. Yeah. Oh well. Back into the mine. Fall back! Goodman repeats. The opening is ready to come down. As everyone sprints into the mine, the guard captain tosses you a heavy hammer and points to Timber. You deserve the honor, he says. You turn and look at the grey sky, the snow, Bindal, and the dredge walking towards you. With a hefty swing, the timber snaps and rocks begin to fall. You drop the hammer and race down the shaft towards the light of the torches. And we get this cool cross-section view of our journey. Ahead, the path comes to a dead end against the smooth surface of a large flat rock. We should camp, Zeph says. Maybe the last decent sleep these people get for days. I'll need Nichols to assist me in opening the path beyond, but first you and I should talk. Fine, let's you and I talk. A few small fires provide a sense of calm for the caravan, though the villagers keep well away from the ravens. There's enough light to see you're no longer in a man-made mine, but a natural cave of sorts. What are we doing down here? Staying alive and keeping Bellower from the dredge. I thought that was obvious. But we keep heading down like we're hunting dwarves. Valka gives you a ghost of a smile. Until today, no one but a few on the council knew about these tunnels, not even Menders. We didn't create them, but we have used them a great deal over the years to travel far distances quickly. Zeph becomes quiet, awaiting a question. So where are we headed? Where would you go, knowing you possess the sleeping body of the immortal Sundar General? You want us to drag him to bloody Manahar, don't you? Manahar is the safest place to secure Bellower's body. Whatever drew the Dredge army towards us in Bindal, the council can find a way to stop it. Bold of you to assume. And what about my ravens? So far, helping Valka pays less than a bloodshed coin. And that is why I'm talking to you alone now. The corridor will lead us to Manahar in a week's time. See us there safely and I give you a genuine Valka oath. You'll be rewarded well enough to never need work again. Well, that could mean a whole bunch of things. You look around at the cave walls, back the way you came. We'll go to Manahar. We were heading there after the Blue River anyway. we were now. Can anybody level? Probably. I mean, I've got 19. Oh yeah, Goodman just seems to be coming with us permanently, as do our 2 new Mender friends. But I also want to promote Falca just to see if it'll actually show me what item she's supposedly holding. Okay, she is holding the pipe plant. It is just glitching. Okay. I seem to be discovering a lot of bugs. Harvey, do you have any more lessons for me? No? Okay. We should also probably train some clansmen into fighters. We have 500 clansmen. Yes, have 100 of them. Okay, so they take 2 days to do that. That's fine. And we need to rest anyway, because, yeah, Volvek's injured, but not anymore, so let's move on. We have 10 days of supplies. We should be in Manahar in a week. Perfect. What could possibly go? Oh, God. Scout rushes back to the caravan. There's gold down here. You feel the surge of excitement just like everyone else. Vein as thick as my leg, just over, well, just around. The man looks left and right, confused. Damn it, I'm all turned around.
Gold does us no good right now anyway.
And anyway, we're in the secret Mender tunnels, that's presumably their gold. Maybe not for you, the scrawny man says. Not all of us got your reputation, though. Takes coin for certain things in town. Others agree, even as you move the caravan along. Later, others report some people missing.
A lot of good the gold will do them down here,
you say. Idiots. Hello. The man's sudden appearance makes you tense. I didn't mean to sneak up on you. Something I do. I mean, something I've learned to do.
Something that'll get you killed if you do it to me again.
Okay, yes, understood, but it does have its uses. Just allow me to fight alongside you in a fight. You won't regret it. You scoff and turn away from the man, only to see Goodman's reproach. I see you met Ditch. Strange fellow to have next to you in a fight, but he finds his way through enemy defenses.
Then you fight next to him. People near me tend to get hurt, but his injuries won't be an accident.
Wow, you literally just met the man. So can you stop threatening to murder everyone you meet, Bolverk? What's going on here? You hear Falker ask a group of ravens. They're standing around a whimpering man on his knees. He kept whining about being hungry, one of your fighters says. Found these little glowing berries for him. But suddenly, he's not so angry. The others chuckle. What? Guys, can we focus? I do feel like it would be very in character for Bolverk to make the fighters eat them. But also, we probably shouldn't poison our fighters. You know what, it'll be funny. As the fighters chew, their mouths glow with berry juice. Falca and the man she helped start laughing. The fighters look at each other and laugh. After a while, they show no signs of illness. They don't taste half bad either, says one raven. See, the dick moves work. Others start collecting the berries to eat and squeeze, waving glowing hands in the dark. Mothers rub their smiling children in the juices in order to keep track of them. Hooray! Question mark. Though torches highlight the craggy black rocks and puddles on the path underfoot, they do little to keep everyone together. Sharp turns around boulders quickly block lines of sight. We've lost a few families, Zephyr informs you. We need to stop and find them.
This is the only time.
I appreciate the help, she says, and splits everyone into search groups. As you search, you realise it's just as hard to track time down here as it is above with a sun that never moves. Sometime later you think you hear voices to the left. Now let's call. Using a softer voice than usual, you call out,
You there?
A moment later you hear a response.
You there?
The voice sounds like yours, but different. Yep, no, get away from that. A bit further down, you find the source of the sounds. A mother is holding her children tucked away in the recess of a rock formation. She whimpers as you approach, and Volker says, Better let me handle this. Moments later, you all head back to meet with Zephyr. Surprisingly, all the missing clansmen were found. Yeah? A win? Water barrels are running low, Holver, your quartermaster, reports. And I'll be damned if I start licking these slimy rocks for a drink. Can't remember what you sounded like, but this is what it sounds like now. The shield maiden looks at you. If these people start getting desperate for water down here... You cut her off.
I know,
you say.
Send out some scouts. We'll camp here until they return.
Some of your ravens and other members of the caravan group up, grab torches, rope and water skins before heading out in different directions. Better catch some rest while you can, Volker says. Nothing to do until they get back anyway. Laying down, you focus on the sound of a small drip somewhere in the cave. It grows louder, like the beat of a drum, like thousands of feet marching behind you. You turn and everyone stops. You see the glowing eyes of your army looking at you in admiration. 100 members break formation to dig holes in the cavern floor and place stone bowls in the depressions. The bowls quickly fill with water, and the first is offered to you. You slake your thirst, before seeing your red-armoured reflection in the bowl. You wake up with a shout, and Volker joins you. What was it this time? She asks, concerned. So yeah, Bellower's dreams are bleeding out, and that's not great. Let's just actually say the useful tip we got from it.
Dig holes, you say. Put bowls down in them, see if they fill with water.
She sets some ravens to follow your strange commands, and shortly after, you hear the whooping cheers of success. The celebration brings all the scouts back early. Yay, I guess. A rope bridge with wooden planking crosses an open span in the cavern formations. Looks old, Volker says. Narrow and not meant for carts. Well, we have menders. Get them to mend. Both Zephyr and Nichols move through the crowd and begin tracing patterns in the air with their staffs. Staffs? Why is that a V, Emma? Staffs. The only thing you see is a slight lift in the bridge, but they walk across first to calm any fears. The caravan crosses without incident. Whenever they say without incident on this game, I'm so prepared for the other shoe to drop. This is a cool visual, I'll give it that. Zoom in because apparently we're approaching something of import. Look at that big box that we're still carrying, because what the hell else are we going to do with it?
I've slept in caves like this for entire winters. But there's something about this place. Something old, unfamiliar. I don't like it. But I don't like all these humans on the verge of panic either. Maybe these dwellings up ahead will calm them down.
Probably not. Just speaking as a human, we're very bad at calm. What on earth have we discovered? Zephyr, is this the heart of the world? Zephyr looks up at the giant-shaped formation, glittering with strange, glowing patterns. Valka know almost nothing about this ancient race's culture, let alone the god Vesnan. The name alone might be wrong, but we have a framework of letters based on repeated patterns found around here. She wanders around the glowing pools of the Godstone. If we are correct, Vesnan was not their only god, but he became one of the most powerful at the cost of everything dear to him. She looks at you. Of course, if what you hold dear is something like control, maybe there is power in letting go. Gems of various size and shape are found and embedded in the surrounding stones. The clansmen are soon hammering away in an attempt to pry a particularly large gem loose. The ringing of hammers echoes through the deep. Fools of a took. Also, maybe don't steal from gods.
Stop! You're making too much noise.
Some look angry, but the fear of the unknown down here is enough to keep them from saying anything. They all move away, though. A few look back longingly at the stone. The spearman is standing alone, staring off into the depths of the caves. If you take off down one of these tunnels, we're not going after you. Back doesn't respond.
He doesn't want to talk. I like him already.
Do you know the worst part about it all?
Worst part of what?
Of everything. This world. This life, if you can call it that. It's the silence. You give Falka a look. He hasn't slept near Ollie. That man makes all kinds of strange sounds. That's just noise. There's a silence from the loneliness. Falk inhaled sharply. He's hit a sore spot. Mood. Maybe these tunnels and caves make it worse. There used to be days of talk. We used to laugh.
You talking about your font spear again?
Back turns and stares at you with the eyes of a man undecided on going mad. I like that phrase. Just, you know, a man considering his options. Maybe insanity is right for you. Who's to say? Felt cute, might go mad later. Loth helps where she can, but no. There was another. Now there's an endless hole shaped like her, and if I don't keep filling it with work or drink... He walks away, without finishing his thought.
Keep an eye on him. I'm the only one who gets to lose their mind and start killing.
He's not crazy. He's alone. Whoever she was, he still thinks she was the greatest. I'm jealous of her. It would be nice to have someone feel that way about me. You shake your head, snort and walk away. Fun humans. Also a mood. Who else is here? Nichols is here. The young mender stands tall and proud as you approach. Well, Verk, I was thinking, well, wondering about what it takes to become a raven. I've never heard stories about a test or trials to join. Is there a test?
Why do you care? Aren't you Zephyr's lackey?
Well, apprentice, yes. I'm a full mender trained to become a Valka. Part of our training requires world experience. Couldn't you work with a blacksmith or something? Nichols frowns at her.
Would you kill someone for coin?
Kill for... The mender's face pales a bit. I mean, I guess, if that was the job. Falker walks up and clamps a hand on one of Nichols's now sagging shoulders. Most of what we do never makes it into the Skull songs. I guess I need to think about this a bit more.
Let us know in Manahar.
Nichols nods as you walk off. If you're having doubts, yeah, that's probably a sign that it's not the thing for you. Let's look at our heroes. Now that we have Ditch, a rank 4 tracker. Like many roamers, Ditch silently appeared in Bindal one day without explanation. He works hard and keeps to himself, but there's a history in his eyes, a reason for his awkwardness. Perhaps a past he hopes to forget. Is he going to betray me? LT's track becomes invisible and ignores armor when he attacks. Pretty neat. And can move through allies. Excellent. But then I am really bad at playing rogues, so... No, now I've got hiccups for some reason. Back, do you want a promotion? I think you would deserve a promotion. Should we investigate these pools? I mean, probably. This was a sacred sanctuary for those who built it, Valka says, walking around the perfectly round, rippling pools. At least from what we have uncovered. The top pool was for reflecting on one's deeds, the middle to ask for strength from the world, and the bottom pool was for insight into one's future. She hesitates before saying, I've never done anything but study their inscriptions. Let's look ahead, that seems reasonable. Discovering the future before it happens sounds promising. You sit in front of the bottom pool, searching its surface before cupping the water in your hands. It turns green, but you drink it anyway. Suddenly your head and body thrums with pain like you've been savagely beaten. Gasping for air, you sense a great, foreboding presence arched over you, staring. Your beard and chest are covered in the green water. Inside you feel a single, burning desire to hunt someone who's taken everything from you. I've been there before, Ollie says, waking you from your dream. You drink the wrong stuff, or too much of the right stuff, and you're on your back before you know it. You notice each of the pools has gone dark, but the pain you experience lingers. Oh great, now booooooox's injured. Well, we're gonna rest. Once. Because I remember the last thing Trigby told us before he died. Don't spend more than one night in strange places. This place, strange. And I am not going to tempt fate for once. Yes, I know some of our heroes are injured because they drank bad water. Ditch is walking alongside a woman you've never seen before. He seems captivated by her, but her unfamiliarity nags at you. Folka, any insight? Saw her earlier with another man, Folka says. Must be nice to get so much attention. She realizes you're looking at her and clears her throat. No, not that I, yeah, not sure who she is, though. You nod and decide to keep an eye on her. Ah, Folka. I mean, I feel you, girl. I can empathize with the lonely shield maiden life. You stop, turn your head, and open your jaw slightly to increase your hearing. Is that a thing? Does that work? Can you hear better with your mouth open? This isn't a thing I've ever knowingly encountered, but then, to be fair, opening my jaw sounds like a gun going off in my head, because of my joints.
What's that sound?
You ask Folka. She only shrugs.
It's quiet,
You say.
but like a beat or something.
She listens for a moment and shrugs again. Maybe you're just not hearing us being cooped up in that tunnel anymore, she says, watching the entire caravan move towards the incredible bones ahead. Ahead. Can you imagine the beast that left these behind? She turns to find you down on your knees, once again grasping your head. Bolverk, you've got issues.
Lightning. White Tower. Who am I?
So is that Ridgehorn where we found Avon, do you know? On your damn feet, come on! You blink rapidly, but everything is dark. A purple glow casts its light on the skin of someone next to you. You growl and instantly have Claw and Fang in your hands. Have you lost your mind? Volker whispers. Quit acting like a fool and put your axes away. You try to catch your breath as you look around.
It's that same Death's Cursed dream, you say. The one with the tower. Clearer this time, but... my hands...
Zephyr approaches. Is everything okay? You look... Your face snaps towards hers.
Everything's fine, Valka.
She studies your face, then Volker's, before saying, Then we should keep moving. The airfield's full of warning. You walk past her without a word. Volverk, let people help you. I know that's clearly not the kind of person you are. What are we looking at, Valka? The center of the world? For the other's sake, it's best we not discuss it. That's among the least reassuring answers you could give. Wait, the Valka says quietly, softly stepping forward. Something is wrong. Listen. You feel more than hear a sound. Vibrations through the cavern floor, perhaps.
Get ready for anything,
you say, and the ravens spread the word down the line, each fighter drawing their weapons.
Valka, you're getting us out of this one. Clear?
She looks concerned, but before she responds, you see movement over the rise in the massive cavern. It's a silhouette of a dredge force with large shapes you've never before seen. Well, guess it's fight time. Let's try ditch out. And... Ollie? Yeah, I don't want Sigbjorn, don't want a double Warhawk yet. Let's take Ollie. Also, can I afford a level for anyone? Good month? No, I've only got 5. Let's try that loadout. What time is it anyway? Because again, stream time are not actually telling me the right things. What are these massive shapes we've never seen before? Because these shapes are all extremely familiar. Although this background is cool as hell. Don't love these crevices getting in the way. Oh, you have to be next to an ally to track. Some runes. That's plus break, that's solid. And don't let them step in the runes. And then use that plus break. Okay, they've laid traps, so we need to keep an eye out there. So I can just ignore a ton of his armor. I've got it set to ignore 6 armor, so I should. I've got 8, so that would do 4. Yeah, that is literally what it says. But that's neat. I appreciate that. But now let's kill it before it summons anything. Can you... No, they're out of range. An axe storm on that one wouldn't do much, so instead just go for the break shot. Who wants mending? Falca, you look like you want mending. It still bugs me that Mend doesn't have an animation. How would you like to be pig stuck on this fine day? Unsuccessfully. That's a very visceral noise when you pull the spear out. Okay, you just be dead, because you're annoying. What? Well, I don't like that at all. What on earth are you? That monster. She's the Sund of Eyeless and can raise the fallen, destroy her. I mean, I can't. She's not on the battlefield. Die again. Ah, killing someone has brought Eyeless onto the thing. So, can do Infected Strike, Infects, and that spreads. Great. Possess, dematerialize, and inhabit the body of any dead unit taking immediate action. And Shatter, invulnerable while channeling, then explodes armor shards from any dredge with less than 7 armor. Okay, that's a lot to think about. So if you kill the Scourge, does that give her an immediate turn? No. Get up there, and then stealth. Have some runes, never know when you need them. Okay, so red is plus attack, orange plus willpower. Makes sense. Be dead. Hey, wow, rude. To you too. Just pick up all the runes. Good dodge, Ollie. Thank you. Use that stealth bonus for a quick 10 damage. Love that. Watch out for those. Yes. Excellent dodging, Ollie. This is why we pay you the medium bucks. Being mostly dead. Not ideal, but thanks for killing the stone guard. And did you dodge that as well? Ollie, you are an absolute star. Okay. Okay, you want to stay away from people. Wait, oh, it's not even his turn, it's Ditch's turn. She just killed 3 of my people. Like, at once. You know what would be really great if you could never ever do that? Also, if you could not bring the dead back to life. But if you want to bring the dead back, oh god, I was just going to say so they can just wander around aimlessly. But no, apparently they're not going to do that. Instead, they're going to summon more dredge. Kill that one. We will presumably briefly go into pillage. He'll finish summoning dredge, which I will kill. Bessie will maneuver very slowly. Kill that, bring her back up. Kill this one. Back into pillage. Dematerialize. This is an interesting fight. Also, Jesus Christ, how many willpower does she have? She's still got 7 left. That's a lot. It just would be really great if she'd just be dead. And not do this. Oh wait, she's possessing the bodies of our dead. Is this going to permanently kill them? If this permanently kills them, I will not be pleased. Also, why can I not attack him? Can I not? Why is it not letting me attack him? It seems like I should be able to attack him. It's showing the targeting reticle, but I can't attack. Have I run into another of the many bugs I seem to be encountering? Do we just have to wait until he dies on his own? Which will be what? A couple turns. Or more? I don't know how many health he's on, because I can't... Okay. I don't know if that was intentional or what. But whatever it was weird. But now that gave me time to put up a bunch of willpower, so he'll be dead. Pow pow? Pow question mark? Eyeless is trying to bring the cave down on our heads, Zephyr screams. I can stop her, but... The Valka abruptly grows quiet and scans the people running for their lives. Just keep them all together, Nichols. Here, Valka Zephyr, the young mender says, helping an older woman to her feet nearby. Zephyr grabs Nichols and whispers to him. The young mender's eyes go wide, but he nods solemnly. He turns to you and says, I'm sorry if I was a nuisance. A large rock falls nearby and he stumbles away back toward Eyeless. Nichols begins tracing a pattern in the air. You yell for everyone to keep moving, tossing those who stop to turn around. When you look back, Zephyr is standing behind Nichols, tracing an alternate pattern. The young man glows for only a moment, hair flapping as if a giant gust is blowing past him. Then he crumbles. Eyeless grows quiet in the distance. You watch the form of the Sund shake and struggle to maintain its form. Then it fades like snow blowing over a hilltop. A few more rocks tumble down and you grab the sagging Valka before she's crushed. So what we're learning here is that the Valka have standards, but using their apprentices as batteries doesn't appear to cross them. Once you've met up with everyone else, you tally the numbers. The losses are not as bad as they could have been. Honestly, yeah, 21 people, that's fine. I doubt that ended her, Zephyr says. And there are many passages here which Eyeless knows all too well. She's been tracking us. We need to leave these caves immediately. You pause and say, What you did with that Mender boy? Zephyr turns her head. We can discuss Nichols' sacrifice another time. We must move. You give the command, and no one hesitates to obey. So that went badly, but honestly not as badly as it could have gone. Sorrow and uncertainty swirl across the Valka's face until she finally stands still. What? You ask. Things have changed down here, she says. Rocks have shifted, rifts have opened. I doubt Eyeless did all of this, but regardless, I'm not entirely sure which path to take. Don't shout we're lost, people will hear. Get us to the surface. Valka pauses. But I won't know where we'll appear, she says. We could wind up in Strand. You level her with a look and say, It's better than being lost down here. Bolverk! All around us! Valka shouts. You peer into the darkness and see something approaching which resembles a dredge. A morbidly warped dredge. A woman runs to grab her child, but the thing cleaves both of them with a strange weapon. Bodies blacken and twist upon the ground. Don't fall to these farmed beasts! You shout, charging into the enemy. Take out all the injured, of which there are many. Let's go with CPR. We'll double war. Okay. Actually, let's move Bercy and Sigurd up further, because otherwise I end up positioning everyone in front of them. Let's go. Nice that they still have the energy to sing, though. So, cool. I can't click on these dredge to find out what they are, and that feels like the same bug where I couldn't attack undead back. And I can't reposition any of my people either. Well, this sucks. Okay, Warp Scourge. Explodes upon death, creating burn area, and Mind Devoured drains strength and willpower based on difference of willpowers and feeds Warp Dredge. Well, that all sounds terrible, and let's just make sure they die first. Frankly, you should never let your opponent use an ability called Mind Devour. Oh no, he's devouring Spar's mind. Soulbound, what does that mean? Willpower is going to be lost to the Warp Dredge unless stunned, knocked back, or killed. Okay, well, we can do some of those things, probably. Goodman's shield wall up. Don't bother stonewalling, though. Jesus! Flail that one down a bit. Can they all just immediately stop all of these things that they're doing? Because they all suck. Jesus. Also the squelchy noises. Cool, and that one just killed Spar. Some more. Okay, the explosion doesn't appear to do a bunch of splash damage, which is good. It just creates a burn area in that. Minus will, plus will to warped. Oh god. They're going to be buffing each other. Great. Versus that minus move on him isn't great. Mountain's down. Just have a moment of how Falk is an absolute badass and has just taken this one down entirely on her own. Honestly, could have gone so much worse. That's what that song means. Could have been much worse. Only some of us are dead, but slightly more of them. On balance, we'll call this a win. Moments pass while you calm yourselves from the fight.
What in the depths were those things?
You ask, but no one answers. The Valkyrie is using her spear to sift through the glowing remains. Her face strains to hide her fear. Look, she points to the edge of a torch's light. To the side of the path is a wounded, dredged Stonesinger. You draw your axes, but Zephyr begins to hum. The Stonesinger responds. Oh hey, we're having our periodic reminder that the dredge are, you know, sentient. Those creatures were like nothing I've ever seen before.
They look like some kind of dredge to me. So does this one.
This one is a mender of sorts.
You know one of these slags?
I know quite a few. Falca gasps and you find yourself growling, but Zephyr ignores the response. She makes a dull noise, almost a hum. The Stonesinger responds in kind. He says greetings, and that he dreamed of you? All of the clansmen and fighters back away and whisper. She's talking to it. She's fun talking to it.
Ask it what those things were.
The Valkyrie again makes unfamiliar sounds, like a skald trying to find the right tune, and the Stonesinger responds. He says they are a nightmare. Then something about mercy, and he thanks you. Their language is difficult for me, but I can learn more from him once he is healed. And where do you plan to heal him? In a cart on our way to Manahar. Falca turns and stares at you. Ah, see, I'm very intrigued. This is very out of character for booooooox, but I am absolutely going with this.
I want to hear more. Let's get him in a cart.
This is a mistake. This isn't like you. We kill those things, not invite them into camp. The shield maiden walks off instead of saying anything else. Zeph looks at you.
She'll get over it.
Zeph thanks you again as the Stonesinger is lifted into a cart. He hums something you cannot understand. Not sure where that arc's going, but I am intrigued. Once again, yes, I've played these games before, but it was back when they came out, a long time ago. Slept since then. The Valka stops to weave patterns with her spear. Moments later, she looks even more confused. I cannot decide which path we take now. Volker gets in her face. I'm usually the nice one, Valka, but with those things down here, I am past nice. You led us down here, get us out. A low rumble comes from a cart. The Stonesinger is saying something. His stone song is showing him the way. We'll soon be in our world again. A strange phrase, but there's nothing to do but follow her lead again. I see light of a kind. The smell of fresh air alerts the entire caravan to the cave exit ahead. You went too far in bringing that thing with us, booooooox, a raven shouts. We kill Dredge when we see him, not nurse him back to Elf. We're done with your bloody company. A good number of fighters and even clansmen from Bindal run for the exit without looking back. Falca says nothing, but her silence says everything. Wow. Everyone continues moving forward, the fear of the warped, twisted creatures fresh on their mind. You notice something strange about the light coming from the exit. It is not pure daylight. Keep going, Valka shouts to everyone, and looks at you. Who knows what to expect north of the Wimscale Mountains now?
What in the depths am I looking at, Valka?
I don't know. So about that encroaching darkness. Chapter 12. The destined day shall come. As we circle back. To a land in your dad. Looks like everyone's almost ready to move out, Ivor says, walking away. About as patched up as we can expect to be out here. If you have any other business to handle before we leave, now's the time. He tosses aside a whittled stick. I doubt we'll get out of here without talking to that old man again. I think his name's Yosser. Seems he's the temporary leader since their governor was killed. But on that dramatic moment and movement back to this largely saved town, I think that's us for today. We are just at the right time. Sorry again about the tech gremlins. I promise we are doing everything in our power. But yes, we're done for today. Lots of drama there. Lots and lots of drama. Yeah, wow. But it will have to wait until next time. So I will do my usual wrap-up and say thanks to everyone who's watched. Thanks if you stayed to the end, means a lot. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, that's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. You'll see all that on the title card in a second. We are streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM GMT, that's the word, British time. You know, that's also a phrase. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific, other time zones are available. And we will be continuing this and then rolling straight on into the final game in the Banner Saga trilogy. It's an experience, I tell you that. And then on to other games. There's always something coming up. If you want to get notified when there is stuff coming up, throw us a follow. Doesn't cost you anything and lets you get notified whenever I'm live. And if you miss anything, the VODs are on my Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. Or about 2 weeks after they've aired, you can check out my YouTube. Link is down there-ish. It says VOD Archive. Or just in case, that is youtube.com/users/rf191999, where you can find all my videos going back to the very start of the channel. That is over a year's content. And there's a lot of games there. Probably something you like, and if not, let us know what you'd like. What else? Throw us a subscribe while you're there. Again, doesn't cost you anything and means every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday you will get hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed for the low, low price of literally nothing. And if you feel me delving too deep and too greedily is worth your monetary support, you can, of course, cheer or subscribe on the Twitch, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and be chill and hang out and have a good time. And also your periodic reminder that if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch sub if you haven't used it anywhere. I'm not going to say use it here. I'd love it if you did. But use it somewhere, because we all have a moral obligation to take a bit of money away from Jeff Bezos if we get the opportunity. So yeah. Use it on someone. Smaller streamers always appreciate it. It's me. I'm smaller streamers. Cool. I think that's everything. If you want to see me elsewhere, got no other kind of big ongoing projects at the minute, but you can check out, wow, forgot my own Twitter handle there. Twitter @booooooox, that's WARUCE, where I post stream notifications and stuff about my life and just general crap. I mean, that's what Twitter's for. And, oh yes, increasingly I will be posting stuff about Connection's Online Quiz League, which, if anybody out there has watched Only Connect, which you may have seen me on a few times, this is the online version inspired by and legally distinct from that show, but playing basically the same format. It's very good. We are 2-time champions and about to be heading into the World Championships starting this Sunday, and they should, in theory, I believe, be putting all the things up on YouTube, so probably peep my Twitter to see links to that. But yeah, I think that is actually everything. So, Crab's good. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Abby. Crab's in this case being my Connections team, and not just the Blazeball team, and not just the animal. Okay, I'm going to stop saying words now and go away because, you know, I'm going to do other things, most of which will probably be trying to find out and root out and evict tech gremlins. So we shall see how that goes. And I will say again, love you all, thanks for being here, and I will see you again, barring gremlins eating my entire computer, on Tuesday. Don't know why it took me that long to find the button on my Stream Deck that literally has the word end written on it and a big stop button, and I use it every time. I'm very smart, y'all. Anyway, actually going now. Love you all.